Welcome back to Solo Q Sanatorium, a facility dedicated to studying the most fascinating creatures in ranked matchmaking, creatures that appear completely normal until they enter a game of Dota. Today's case is particularly interesting. A team of 5 players, 1 objective, and approximately 0 agreement on how to achieve it. The draft begins, and immediately researchers notice something unusual. Safe lane Pudge. Yup, I already know how this is gonna end.
Warlock.
Thankfully, the patient changes position. Pudge is now off lane. The situation has improved. Slightly. Today's patients include a carry who farms, a mid laner who farms, a support who dies, and an off-lane Pudge who has a very complicated relationship with hooks. The first incident occurs. The courier approaches. Danger is nearby. A normal player would react. Pudge does not. The courier is eliminated. A tragic loss that could have easily been avoided. Witch Doctor finds himself in danger. 1 hit away from death. However, he has an ability available. An ability that could make his death meaningful. He chooses another path, accepting the damage. The patient returns, this time with confidence. He stands still. Against 2 heroes, both equipped with stuns. Researchers have recorded this behavior before. It usually ends badly. Pudge attempts his first hook. The target survives. The hook survives. The accuracy does not.
Radiant's courier
Killing
has
spree.
been slain.
The patient has wandered too far.
It left no little ones behind.
The enemy team notices. They collect the reward. Witch Doctor has spotted an opportunity. Lion is vulnerable. A stun, a maledict. Everything is going perfectly until the skeletons arrive. A small detail the patient appears to have forgotten. There are several angry dead people attacking him. The kill was achieved. The survival plan was not. After respawning, Witch Doctor returns to the battlefield. He sees Lion, he attacks. Lion begins running and Witch Doctor follows. The damage numbers are impressive, mostly because they are almost 0. The patient continues chasing, a predator with no damage. Then suddenly, the skeleton army returns. The same skeletons, the same mistake. Scientists have confirmed Witch Doctor does not learn from previous encounters. A remarkable discovery. Pudge has successfully hooked something. Unfortunately, it was on his own team. Another hook attempt. Another friendly creep. At this point, the creeps have become his most reliable targets. The patient is technically landing hooks, just not on the correct species. Also, his total hero damage at minute 10 is 250. Yes, you heard it right, 250 hero damage. They say you miss 100% of the shots you don't take. Well, our Pudge misses 100% of the hooks he does take. A miracle occurs, the enemy is dead. 4 heroes are standing together. A perfect opportunity to take objectives. The team makes a decision. They leave. The tower remains safe. The enemy tower. Pudge continues his hunt. His prey is fast. Very fast. So naturally, he follows him into enemy territory.
I've never seen Radiant's structures looking so far.
The result was predictable.
I don't mean to be alarmist, but
After 18 minutes, a historic event happens. Pudge gets his first kill. 18 minutes. First kill. The facility celebrates. Witch Doctor begins a serious support mission. Ward in the enemy jungle. A good decision. A responsible decision. The smoke disappears, meaning someone is nearby. The patient continues walking. Fear has not entered the equation. The mission continues. Straight underneath the enemy tower. A brave journey. A short journey. Witch Doctor sees Troll. Troll is 9 levels higher. There are 3 enemies nearby. The ward must be placed. The ward is placed. The patient is also placed. Pudge enters the Roshan pit. Roshan makes a decision. No. Even Roshan has standards? Pudge has respawned. He teleports directly into the base, a fast method. Although, he could have simply blinked there. But we don't question the patient's travel choices. He sees Lion, he throws the hook, and somehow, the creep volunteers again. Immediately after the previous incident, Pudge attempts another hook. The hook travels, the enemy does not. A beautiful display of confidence, and absolutely no accuracy. Researchers discover something shocking. No neutral item. Perhaps Witch Doctor believes equipping it will damage his soul. Pudge has found Keeper. He blinks next to him. He hooks. A jungle creep. Witch Doctor has low health. Several enemies are missing. Perfect conditions for a solo push. The enemy finds him. The patient discovers an important rule of Dota. Walking alone into darkness usually ends badly. A breakthrough. Pudge has learned. He does not use hook. Instead, he uses Dismember immediately. A good decision, unfortunately. The timing is slightly incorrect. He should have waited for Troll to ult and then Dismember him. The ability was used, the brain was not. A miracle. The enemy team is completely eliminated. A perfect opportunity to push. Our Invoker has another idea. He teleports mid to farm creeps. Because what better time to farm safely? Pudge continues his research. Another hook is attempted. The hook enters the atmosphere. The enemy remains completely unaffected. The clouds are terrified though. 32 minutes into the game, Pudge has reached 10,000 gold. A significant achievement. Eventually the tower push begins. Unfortunately, the enemy team has returned. A small detail, one that would have been useful approximately 30 seconds earlier. The result? The patients are relocated back to base.
Hello, this is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2.
Pudge returns. The battlefield has changed. Creeps are nearby and Pudge sees an opportunity. A hook at an ancient creep. Yes,
Mega kill.
he tried to hook an ancient creep.
Dire's top tower has fallen. I could have predicted this. Dire's top tower.
The enemy has reached high ground. The base is under attack. The ancient is in danger. Witch Doctor is somewhere else. Pushing mid. A bold strategy and very efficient.
Fate is smiling, but not in Dire that their top barracks has fallen. Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Buildings are going down. The situation is desperate. And then, Pudge lands a hook. After 36 minutes, the patient has succeeded.
They're unstoppable. If you were a millennial, I'd play Weakness is Gabe Newell. Thanks for playing Dota 2. Double kill.
The ancient has fallen. The investigation is complete. The final diagnosis. Nobody knows what happened here. Patient report. Witch Doctor. 3 kills, 21 deaths. A unique performance. But the most interesting discovery. This was not an accident. His average score is 5 kills, 15 deaths. Not far off. Meaning this was not an isolated incident. This is his actual lifestyle. And finally, 0 denies. A hard support with 0 denied creeps. One thing is certain, there will always be enough patience, because in ranked matchmaking, there is always another case. See you in the next game. The Sanatorium is always accepting new arrivals.